Hi, Tim Blankenship here, owner of Divorce661.com. Today I want to talk to you about problems and issues that we are seeing and questions that people have when it comes to completing the Schedule of Assets and Debts. The Schedule of Assets and Debts is one of the forms that you'll be using when completing your preliminary declaration of disclosures. This is the form that will be served along with the income and expense declaration. The Schedule of Assets and Debts is a list of all property that you have. It's property you had prior to marriage, property you had during marriage, and property you have after separation. If you've had a long-term period of separation, there's going to be some property that you've purchased or a bank account, something like that, after separation. The common issue that we're seeing is that folks think that when they're completing their Schedule of Assets and Debts, that they're only to list the property that's either belongs to them, owned by them, or in their name alone. And that's incorrect. The property you list on the Schedule of Assets and Debts is going to be all property. Again, property before, during, and after, so before, during marriage, and after separation, as well as property that belongs to your spouse, property that your spouse had prior to marriage that you're aware of, property that's in his name alone. Even the house, if it's in your husband's name alone, let's say, and it was before marriage and it's going to be a separate property, you still list it. Not only community property, but separate property on the Schedule of Assets and Debts. By listing the property, you're not suggesting that it's your property. You're just listing the property that you're aware of that was accumulated before the marriage, during the marriage, or after separation. And all that's used for down the road is to be a template, if you will, for how that property is going to be distributed. On the Schedule of Assets and Debts, when you list property, one thing you can do is indicate if the property is going to be yours or it's going to be your spouse's. If you're the petitioner, you can simply place a P in front of it. If it is going to go to the respondent, you can simply place an R. And there's an area where there's a date where that property was purchased. And if it's prior to marriage, just put prior to marriage or after marriage or during separation, and that'll help you determine if it's going to be a community asset or a separate property asset. So I just wanted to clear that up. I see that on a daily basis where there's confusion on what property gets listed on there. Again, my name is Tim Blankenship with Divorce661.com. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call at 661-281-0266. We are a low-cost, affordable document preparation firm that specializes in divorce in Los Angeles County. Thanks for watching.